Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Another tone problem that, vocal tone problem that some reciters have, not too many reciters, but some reciters have, is breathiness in their voice. And basically what's happening is that there's an extra amount of air coming over the vocal cords. So there's kind of like a constant breathiness when they're talking, or when they're reciting, you know. Alif, lam, mim, like, you know, so there's this extra breathiness that shouldn't actually be there. And then, you know, there's something actually that we find kind of peaceful about a breathy voice or a breathy recitation. Some reciters have that quality, and we find, oh, like people will say, oh, you know, mashallah, their recitation is very calming or very peaceful. But in reality, and going back to tajweed as well, you know, except for a few letters, there shouldn't actually be continuous running of breath in the recitation. I heard a brother reciting once. It was from the beginning of Surah Al-Furqan, and he was reciting تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي نَزَّلَ, right? And that shouldn't be there. Those sounds, that extra breathy sound shouldn't be there. It should be clean. تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي, you know? So that's something like people say, I want my sound to be clear and crisp. Having too much breath actually destroys a clear and crisp sound. Here's something you can try if you notice that you have this breathiness in your voice. Focus on a sound that begins, like, for example, with meme or ba, something that meme works actually a little bit better, but essentially a letter from the lips where the sound is trapped, where the breath is trapped. For example, if you're saying, like, you know, the sound of a cat, meow, you say meow, right? So try that. If you finally have breathiness in your voice, say something like meow or something with, you know, ma, right? And you'll notice that because the breathiness is imprisoned or trapped on the meme or the m sound, that you'll get a clearer sound. And that's actually the sound that you got to aim for, generally speaking, in your recitation. Except, of course, for the letters that have the characteristic of hams. And again, you know, going back, this kind of brings us back to a bigger point that we mentioned again and again. The importance of tajweed and proper tajweed in recitation. So we're talking now about like vocal tone, but in reality, the idea of having a clear recitation and not having extra breathiness, this is something actually that comes from tajweed. Some letters have running of the breath and some don't. So work on that, and inshallah it'll help you get, you know, a crisp, high fidelity sound in your recitation. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.